All right, Zach, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going over the Albuquerque housing market, real estate, all that
What
jazz
month?
for January of 2024.
That is right. Well, let's do it.
And now, your Albuquerque market update.
Do you think that gives it validity, making it look like an actual news report there?
I mean, yeah, as long as the anchors match. I mean, I don't look too much like Martha, but I guess I do.
Actually, you do. You do look like your mama. All right, let's get started with our pending sales, shall we?
That we should, which it
Yeah,
is
go ahead,
actually.
Zach. How was January?
It was pretty good. It's up about almost 13% compared to last year's January.
Which is good because if you've been following us, last year our pending numbers kept dropping, remember?
Yes.
And then when we have our pending numbers drop, then what happens is next month our closed sales has dropped. So I'm hoping maybe we're seeing that trend turn and some sales start improving a little bit, which would be good.
That it would.
All right, closed sales for January is lower, again, because December's pending was lower, so it makes sense. It is down to 504 homes sold in the greater Albuquerque area, which is down from 527 in January of 2023. Which, to put everything in perspective, these are the lowest numbers we've seen in a decade.
Yes, that is true.
All right, what do we got next, Zach?
Next would be our average sale price, which is sitting at about 376,000, which is actually up 4% from last year. So it's good news for everyone who owns a home, still appreciating gaining equity.
And we've talked about this last time. This is the weirdest market we've seen because it's not as busy as it's been. House pricing is still steady. And for Albuquerque last year, Zach, we were over 5% appreciation still.
Yeah.
Which is still a good market. People can buy a house, they sit in it, it builds equity. Everything's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Would you agree?
Yes, it's still very healthy by all signs.
I like that. It is healthy. 100% agree. How's our inventory though, buddy?
Our inventory is down a little bit compared to last year, just over 1%, about 1.5%. But overall, it's all been pretty steady over the last year. When you look at it,
steady, nothing crazy. Agreed. I predict our inventory is going to start going up, and this is why. Our average days on market keeps trickling higher. It keeps going up, and we're up to 37 days now. And it's not much over last year, but I mean, when we're looking at statistics and stuff, we're looking at trends. And as our days on market gets higher, our inventory is going to go up with it as well. Which again, is it good or bad, Zach?
I mean, it's not necessarily good or bad. Like I said, it's just kind of healthy. It's doing what it's going to do as a real estate market.
I 100% agree. And I still think it's a healthy market. You buy your property, you let it do its thing on the appreciation. And whenever we're looking long term, right, if we're looking 5 years, 10 years, all these little corrections don't matter. It's still going to do what it's supposed to do. And I still believe in my heart that real estate is the strongest, most stable investment anybody can make. And I'm not just saying that, Zach, because I'm a realtor and I sell houses. And you're a realtor and you sell houses. But I do believe it's historically a solid investment. All right. So that's been our normal numbers, for the common man. How are our $1 million buyers doing?
Looks like they're doing pretty good. 11 homes were sold over the whole month of January in our MLS, which is still just kind of crazy to me because I remember when you and Mom were doing these years ago and number was consistently 0 or 1. And now we're staying up in the double digits. So it's still moving.
And just because more $1 million homes are selling doesn't mean that we have all these people with tremendous income, right?
Right.
It could. There's been so much equity. So if you build equity over time, you could have a almost regular job and still be able to afford $1 million property.
Yes.
And there's a concept, Zach, where you could do that. and it's called Little Sister. What was it called?
New every two.
New every two. And I think we're going to talk about that, guys. Remember that. Just remember this for future. New every two. And me and Zach are going to be putting out some information to explain to you guys how can you be in that $1 million bracket so me and Zach can talk about you in 10 years or sooner. Right? All right. You don't know about it yet, but we're going to share it. Thank you guys for joining in and getting a quick market update. If you want to know about your personal real estate situation and what your personal economy looks like in regards to your house, where can they get a hold of us, Zachary?
Well, they can always give us a call and they'll be connected with a team member at 505-226-4430. Or you can always sign up on our site and we'd be happy to reach out at a time that works for you.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Happy house hunting.